The worst kind of betrayal never comes from your enemies. Your enemies are predictable. You build walls to keep them out. No, the worst kind of betrayal comes from the people standing inside the walls with you. It comes from the person who hands you a glass of water while holding a knife behind their back. Meet Leo. 10 years ago, Leo was a brilliant, obsessive software engineer with a vision that was light years ahead of its time. He wanted to build an artificial intelligence system that could predict global market shifts with 99% accuracy. He called the project Oracle. Enter Arthur. Arthur was Leo's college roommate, his best friend, the guy who was at Leo's wedding. Arthur was charismatic, ruthless, and possessed a silver tongue. He was the perfect shark. They made a pact in a cramped, freezing garage. Leo would build the technology, and Arthur would build the empire. They were brothers, unstoppable. For 7 grueling years, they worked 18-hour days. Leo slept under his desk, surviving on cold coffee and instant noodles, writing millions of lines of code. He poured his life savings, his youth, and his soul into Oracle. Meanwhile, Arthur took those lines of code and sold the dream to Wall Street. And it worked. By year 8, their company was valued at $2 billion. They were on the cover of Forbes. They were on top of the world. The week before they were scheduled to take the company public, a move that would make them both billionaires, Leo walked into the boardroom for a routine strategy meeting. But Arthur wasn't alone. Sitting at the long mahogany table were 5 corporate lawyers in $1,000 suits. None of them looked at Leo. They just stared at the documents in front of them. Leo smiled, confused. "Artie, what's going on? Who are these guys?" Arthur didn't smile back. His eyes, usually warm and brotherly, were dead, cold. He slid a thick, bound folder across the polished black table. "It's a restructuring, Leo," Arthur said, his voice flat. "The board feels your vision for the AI is too conservative. We need to move faster, monetize harder. Effective immediately, you are being removed as Chief Technology Officer." Leo laughed, thinking it was a sick joke. "I own half this company, Arthur. I built it." Then one of the lawyers spoke up. "Actually, Mr. Vance, you don't." The room started spinning as the lawyer explained the trap that had been set years ago. When they first started, Arthur had drafted the foundational paperwork. Leo, trusting his best friend blindly, had signed where he was told. He had unknowingly signed his voting rights over to a proxy holding company controlled entirely by Arthur. Worse, Arthur had secretly drafted a clause stating that any intellectual property developed by Leo on company time belonged to Arthur's holding firm. Arthur hadn't just fired Leo, he had legally erased him. "You're a genius, Leo," Arthur said, standing up, adjusting his custom silk tie. "But you're soft. You don't have the stomach for the real game. Security will escort you out." In a single 15-minute meeting, Leo lost 10 years of his life. But it got worse. Leo had personally guaranteed massive loans in the early days to keep the servers running. With his salary gone and his shares locked in legal hell, the banks came calling. Within 90 days, they foreclosed on his house. They took his car. They froze his accounts. The man who built a $2 billion empire was now sleeping on a friend's couch, eating canned beans, and staring blankly at the ceiling. Every time he turned on the TV, he saw Arthur. Arthur ringing the bell at the New York Stock Exchange. Arthur buying a $50 million mega yacht. Arthur being hailed as a tech visionary. The betrayal ate Leo alive from the inside out. For 6 months, he didn't touch a computer. He was a ghost, a hollow shell of a man, destroyed by the one person he trusted most. Until one cold, rainy night in November, Leo was sitting in the dark, watching a live interview of Arthur on a financial network. The interviewer asked Arthur about Oracle's new ultra-high-frequency trading update. Arthur smiled, that same charismatic, arrogant smile. "We've completely bypassed the original safety protocols," Arthur bragged. "We've optimized it for pure speed. We are processing trades 50 times faster than anyone else on Earth. The system is flawless." Leo froze. His heart stopped. He leaned closer to the screen. He bypassed the safety protocols. Arrogance is a dangerous blinder. It makes you feel invincible, right up until the moment you fall. Arthur was a brilliant salesman and a ruthless businessman, but he wasn't a coder. He didn't understand the DNA of the machine. Leo did. Leo knew exactly why those safety protocols were there. The core algorithm of Oracle had a quirk, a microscopic memory leak that only occurred when the system was pushed beyond normal processing speeds. The safety protocols were a dam, designed to reset the system and prevent the leak from compounding. By removing the dam to make the AI run faster, Arthur hadn't made the system flawless. He had armed a digital time bomb. Under normal conditions, the AI would seem fine. But under the stress of a highly volatile market day, the memory leak would compound exponentially. The AI wouldn't just crash. It would hallucinate. It would start executing massive, catastrophic trades based on broken logic. Arthur had built his empire on a foundation of sand, and he had no idea. A slow, dangerous smile crept across Leo's face. He didn't need to sue Arthur. He didn't need to fight a legal war he couldn't win. He just needed to build a net for when Arthur fell. The next morning, Leo pawned his last possession, a vintage watch his father had given him. He bought 3 cheap, refurbished laptops. He rented a damp, windowless basement in the industrial district. And he went to work. He reached out to a small, underground network of elite coders, people who had also been chewed up and spat out by corporate giants. They finished Aegis in 8 months. They didn't launch it with a PR campaign. They quietly filed the patents and waited. They didn't have to wait long. It happened on a Tuesday in mid-April. A sudden, unexpected political event caused a massive spike in global market volatility. Trade volume exploded by 400% in a matter of minutes. Inside Arthur's pristine, glass-walled headquarters, the Oracle AI went into hyperdrive. The system pushed past its limits. The memory leak triggered. At 10:14 a.m., the AI stopped predicting the market and started hallucinating. It began executing billions of dollars in aggressive, completely irrational trades for Arthur's biggest clients: hedge funds, pension plans, international banks. Alarms started screaming on the trading floor. Engineers frantically tried to shut the system down, but Arthur had removed the manual overrides to optimize speed. In exactly 12 minutes, Oracle vaporized $4.2 billion of client money. The financial world went into full-blown panic. Arthur stood in the center of his command center, his face pale, watching his $2 billion empire burn to the ground in real time. His phone was ringing endlessly with furious billionaires demanding his head. While Arthur partied, Leo lived in a single, freezing basement apartment. He spent 18 hours a day coding. He didn't build a new company. He didn't even rent a desk. He spent every ounce of energy he had finding other brilliant coders who had also been screwed over by large, arrogant tech monopolies. He called them the Ghosts. They operated in silence. While Arthur boasted about his rising stock price, Leo and his ghosts were building the solution to Arthur's unfixable problem. They finished Aegis in 8 months. They didn't launch it with a PR campaign. They quietly filed the patents and waited. At 10:30 a.m., an email was sent to the terrified chief technology officers of every major bank affected by the crash. It was from a company called Aegis. The email contained a single line: "We can stop the bleeding." Desperate, the banks integrated Leo's software. Within seconds, Aegis acted like a digital tourniquet. It identified the corrupted logic loops, quarantined Arthur's broken AI, and stabilized the trading platforms. By Friday, Arthur's company was bankrupt, buried under an avalanche of lawsuits. His stock price went from $150 a share to 12 cents. He was facing federal investigation for financial negligence. He lost his yacht. He lost his penthouses. He lost everything. A month later, Leo's new company, Aegis, acquired the ruined assets of Oracle in a bankruptcy auction. For pennies on the dollar, Leo walked back into the very same high-rise office he had been thrown out of. He hadn't screamed, He hadn't sought revenge through anger. He let his betrayer's own arrogance dig the grave. If someone betrays you, don't waste your energy trying to destroy them. Let their ego do the heavy lifting. Your only job is to quietly build your foundation and be ready when they fall. If you made it this far, drop a 100 in the comments. It shows you're part of the 1% who actually finish what they start. Subscribe for more stories of triumph and keep building in silence.